So, you know how when you're upset, people often say, whoa, 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 just take a deep breath. It can be annoying in the moment, but there are actual scientific reasons why we should all be taking deep breaths when we feel worked up or stressed, overwhelmed or anxious. Deep breathing makes sure the parts of our brain that govern emotional control have enough oxygen to function properly. Rapid chest breathing can keep our brain from getting enough oxygen, and research shows that this especially affects areas like the prefrontal cortex, which is right here in the front, and it's responsible for managing our emotions, among other things. And without enough oxygen, our prefrontal cortex slows down, and we start feeling overwhelmed, even out of control. But studies have found that incorporating deep and slow breathing into our regular routine supports our prefrontal cortex's ability to manage our emotions effectively. Also, deep breathing can trigger our nervous system's master switch, shutting off our fight, flight, or freeze response and turning on our calmer rest and digest setting. This master switch is the vagus nerve, and it's a long nerve that connects the brain to other major organs like the lungs, heart, and stomach. And in stressful situations like criticism or worrying about work or just worrying about anything in general, the vagus nerve triggers the fight, flight, or freeze response, leading to rapid, shallow breathing, tense muscles, and heightened emotions like stress, anxiety, or fear. Now, it sounds like it would be obvious to us if we're in this state, but it's not always. If we're stressed for a long period of time, and who hasn't been at some point, fight, flight, or freeze can just feel like our normal state. On the flip side, though, when there's no threat, the vagus nerve switches to the rest and digest mode, promoting a calm and balanced state of both mind and body. Now, most of the time, shifting between these two states is involuntary. But sometimes we get stuck in fight, flight, or freeze mode without realizing it. And the longer we stay there, the more we feel anxious, stressed, panicky, fearful, and overwhelmed. This combines with our prefrontal cortex slowing down, and the result is our behavior becomes driven by our emotions. We might lash out impulsively or snap at someone, or we might avoid situations that we would otherwise be fine with just because they're going to add to our stress or we're scared of them. Deep, slow breathing is like a manual override. It allows us to hack our own vagus nerve and voluntarily flip the switch back to our rest and digest setting. There are many ways to do this, but breathing deeply and exhaling slowly according to a pattern of beats or counts is the easiest. As we breathe like this, our muscles loosen, our stomachs calm, our heart rate slows, our prefrontal cortex function picks back up, and we feel less overwhelmed and more balanced and in control. And what's even cooler is the more we practice paced breathing, which is what it's called, when we're in a rest and digest state, when we don't actually need it, the more effective it is at helping us calm down when we are overwhelmed and when we are in fight, flight, or freeze. So, the next time you're upset and someone tells you to take a deep breath, just do it. It might be annoying, but you're doing it not because they're telling you to, but because you're taking charge of your own mental health. Hi, my name is Liesl, and I'm Mitsu's head of content. It's my job to take the expertise of our clinical team and communicate it in a way everyone can understand. Follow Mitsu for more explainers like this and learn along with me.